can incriminate you.
I won't.
All right, let's see if we can get some people in
All
here.
right. But Matt, that's
Um,
why we're one of the same. And we're different. But I love, and I saw your tweets, just keeping it real. It's not personal, man. But don't tell me that stuff doesn't matter. And when you were like, what is wrong? I don't know if you like my example, but I believe Melvin is the Farhan of managers, man. Like, there's just a disconnect there. And Matt, you're talking about the roster. I'm not saying you're not right, but to sit here and tell me every guy is a you can't even get the marginal players to play their best to be marginal players. This is just bad.
what is the? So I'm going to pull up my computer here.
Okay.
What? Let me throw some names at you, and
Okay.
just tell me your what do you do with Patrick Bailey?
If you this is what we do. It's over. And it's over, Matt, because we thought, and I thought when Devers came, our offense was going to be more productive and we could carry you a scholarship like me at the ship. But at the end of the day, now their offense is so impotent, he's become an automatic out. And now he's not even swinging the bat. So I say this to that. Is his defense that damn good?
No.
No, Matt, it's not. There's no defense that can ever be as good as bad as he's been here lately. It's just they can't afford that. I don't believe.
Hey,
I
Goop.
would take
Hey,
a
Goop.
little lesser defense and a guy that could be a give me a hit every now and again. Damn.
Hey, Goop. When you're known as a great framer, that's not a real good.
Yeah.
That's about all he's got.
And if
I
they
will.
go to electronic umps, then what do you got? What do you do? You know what I'm saying?
I will tell you. I'm shocked by it. I thought
Man.
this kid was going to be the Giants catcher for the next 8 to 10 years. I really did.
Now I didn't know his defense was what it has been. He's been stellar. But Matt, let's what do you think's happening?
I,
He's not even he's flipping the bat hoping for walks.
what is the
It is
deal
happening
with the
all
flipping
and
the
then that Sunday
bat?
before the All-Star game trying to bunt with the bionic bat. I was just like, what the hell is going on here?
Well,
But it's time to move on, Matt. I really believe where you get a catcher, you can find a catcher. But my gosh, man, this is bad.
first and foremost, can we stop switch hitting? He
I
hits
mean,
better from
wow.
the left side. Just
Right,
stop hitting from the right side.
right. You don't
What?
even deserve that honor, you know?
No. What do you do with Ramos?
I mean, he's an all-star. I believe that's exhibit A for me. We'll work on your fielding. I believe you can fix that and your angles and your route running and the trajectory of the ball. He was just an all-star, Matt. There's no way I'm giving up. And he was just batting 274, which for this team feels like 340. So there's no way I'm giving up on him. I
Okay.
think what is the disconnect is affecting no excuses, guys like him. Matt, he's in his own head, man. I really believe it.
What about Jung Hoo Lee?
I mean, man, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you guys. I thought when they got him, they got something. Matt, maybe if you worked on, hey, dude, quit trying to be Barry Bonds and pull everything and go the other way. We saw something tonight. I mean, if somebody could just instill that in his brain to where he might hold on or retain it, then maybe we see a different guy. But Matt, he's been a D plus to me on the bases, just everything. Not taking over, calling balls in center field. But what can you, Matt? What's realistic though? Who you going to get?
I don't know. And the other thing I was saying when I was going over these names, I'm just thinking to myself, how many of these guys are playing out of position?
Mm, wow,
I
I
what
hadn't
what
thought of that.
is Ramos a left fielder? I don't know. I guess he is. I mean, Jung Hoo Lee's a good defensive center fielder. You know, Tyler Fitzgerald's playing right field. Devers is playing first. Devers has played pretty well at
No,
first.
I will not shade him at all. I'll give you that.
Casey Schmidt is he your second baseman for the next
Yeah,
2 or 3 years?
hey, it was one play, but tonight he tried to lay out for a ball, and I was like, ouch. Okay, that ain't Ryan Sandberg. You know what I mean? Like, oh boy. So maybe he is out of position. But I got to ask you this, Matt, and you'll call me crazy real quick. So there's tryouts in right field. This team can't hit, and here I go. I brought this up today. Can I just ask how Luciano doesn't get a try or like if we are it's gotten to what they're doing now, how is Luciano not just give
Goat.
him 6 at bats?
Drew Gilbert. I mean,
Dude.
God love the kid. What are they doing?
Wow. Wow, man.
I mean, what?
I'm serious, man. That right there is just you're not gonna give him a shot?
I I don't get it, man. I just don't get it. Matt Chapman, we got a problem.
We do.
We got a big problem.
And Matt, I don't know what to say about him. And we know he's got defense, but the bottom line is, when they brought him back, I understood. But good Lord, Matt, what's going on? He has a hole in his swing, and maybe it's
Whew.
always been there. But you tell me he's up with bases loaded, man. You can get him out. What do you do? And at his age, how attractive is he?
Well, I'm gonna pull up his contract right now, and you ain't gonna like what you hear.
Because you talk about Devers, and we get the rat on the table too is Eldridge. I mean, there's no way Devers is blocking him from coming up. So if you did something with Chapman, which I think is the only thing you have that could fetch you something, Matt, whatever you think this team needs, Chapman would be the number to me. And Steiny told me I was crazy, and I get it, but he's the only thing of substance that you really have.
Oh my god. He obviously just signed a deal. He is a giant till 2030,
Mm,
and he'll be 37 at that
man.
point.
Oh, man. Man. No, man, that is not attractive at all. And I know a lot of when he signed that deal, him and Bo Mill are buds, the Oakland ties. Again, I know I sound like Monday morning quarterback, but Matt, I don't think he's improving at the plate, man. The
Nope.
bat some nights look slow.
Um, Buster Posey knew there was going to be ups and downs through this whole thing, right? Do you think he ever thought it would be like this? And I'm going to tell you this:
Okay.
it's not that they're 20 games under 500. It's what you saw tonight. If you're him, you have to be like, what is going on? I mean, what do I do?
There is no doubt about it. And I heard Kruko, and you tell me if I'm wrong. I heard him say Buster was there tonight. Matt, I am telling you, there's no way in hell Buster Posey thought that this was even on the chessboard or a
No,
possibility.
no,
I mean, there's just no way he's got to be dog cussing to himself. Like, what is going on? And I'm gonna say this, Matt, because I call him the Derek Jeter or the Michael Jordan or the Steph Curry if they were running the team that they played for. It's romantic. And I'm saying, Buster, be careful. You can laugh at me all you want, Matt. Look at the fans. You have to send a message to the players and to the fans like this is not good. This is not okay. So you just brought up about a couple minutes ago, oh, next year we'll get Babe Ruth and blah blah blah. How with this instruction are we so sure that this won't continue, Matt? It's to that point for me.
yeah. When Buster came in, obviously there was massive excitement. I would never go back on the Adames signing. I thought it was a really good signing.
Me either.
I think he'll be a good player. The Devers trade, I think we were all like, this is incredible. There's just something not right. Adames is a great clubhouse locker room guy, has fun, and I think that the chemistry part's important. Devers, I'm coming around on a little bit with it, but there do you have you when was the last time you saw them have fun?
Man, the last
How
time, and I brought it up, who cares? I keep going back today. Matt, the double with the bases loaded at home for Ramos, and he looked like Ricky Henderson or Pete Rose at second base. And I was saying, sitting on my sofa, like, that's it. That is infectious. It's contagious. I don't know what's happened, but when a manager steps to the podium after the game and that's his go to, and then to tell on yourself, I appreciate the transparency. I've tried everything. We've had meetings, plural, with the S. If I'm Buster, I'm like, OMG, Matt.
I
I'm serious, man. I'm just keeping it real.
I go to my boss and say, "Yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on with the station.
Oh my
We're really
gosh.
just not performing well at all." And I don't know what to say. Even if you don't know what to say, you better have something to say,
And
right?
then what did I say earlier? Blame it on yourself. Take
Yeah.
accountability and say, "This is my worst job I've done." Say that at least. But don't say I don't have the answers.
If I
Matt,
see
yeah,
if
go
I
ahead.
see Bryce Eldridge hit one more home run,
Oh my gosh.
and
He
by
could
the
come
way,
up here and go 2 for 29 and
who
I'll be like, "You are fine, kid. Keep at it. Just
well, we
keep at
no,
it."
no, we don't wanna make it so he has a bad second half of the season and momentum going into next season and all the term that whatever, if you bring him up now it's for 1 year. I don't care about any of it. Bring the guy up.
Yeah.
I,
It
I,
I got you. I
and by
think
the way, goo
we're
goo hold
weeks
on,
away, Matt. It's on its way,
but
man.
but goo, what do you do with Devers then?
I mean, what you been doing with them, unless, and I don't know if you saw the Yaz in the locker room talking about how great of a teammate. I like that, and I believe Jazz that Devers was. But if he's not one of those guys that's going to get pissy, then he understands what it is, and he goes back to the DH role. But I'll say this: I'm waiting on Eldridge, but I mean what I say about that Luciano. I know, and what I thought. I'm not saying the guy's Eric Davis, but Matt, that dude can swing the bat. And what you're running out there now is lightweight tryouts and embarrassing. How does he not get a shot? And I didn't agree with Matos Vamu just disappearing. Like, dude, what are we doing here?
Goo, you've had 2 to 3 things that have happened in the last, I don't know, month or two that I can remember. The Bailey walk off was incredible.
It's been all
Ma-
bad since.
Matos tying the game up, right? In
Oh
the
my gosh. Oh
eighth or
my
not.
gosh.
So my point is like, okay, no one's doing anything. To your point, what do you have to lose if
That's,
Matos and Luciano come up and they don't do anything? Wow, no one was doing anything anyway. You have to know, and they've given up on those two
okay.
guys.
All
And
right.
I don't want to spend more than 30 seconds on this, but do you think that those two guys have been mismanaged? Have they? Luciano's. I feel like Luciano has gotten a chance. Maybe Matos could have gotten more of a chance, but it's a consistency thing. If you're going to go with somebody, you've got to give them a shot. It can't.
And Matt, I don't. You tell me if I was running a baseball team, I don't think those two dudes are done. But I'll say this about Luciano: how the hell did the scouts think he was a shortstop? That messed him up upstairs all day, every day. That was negligence, and it's like the athlete graduating high school, and then you find out he couldn't read. Come on, that is not fair to him, Matt. I just got to go back to one more thing on Bo Mail. The fact that you didn't have the guts to sit Ramos, and it sounded like it was the Cub Scouts on, he comes to play, he's a good guy. Nobody's asking or doubting that. The
No.
fact that you couldn't send a message, and I just saw not too long ago, who was my guy? Bobby Cox. Go pull Andrew Jones out of
Jones.
center field when
Yep.
when he was loafing. Like, Matt, that matters, man.
You got to
And
send a message, Goo.
that's all. I know I sound like a one trick pony, but my
No.
goodness.
Let me ask you this. Bob Melvin has had some success, obviously. He hasn't won anything, but he's had some success. His best year, what is he best at? I don't even really know. I mean, you couldn't really tell with the A's. He did everything you could do with a team that was, trying to
They
getting
ran
rid of.
into Detroit all the time. I hear you.
Yeah,
Bert.
yeah,
All right.
and listen, they were getting rid of players every single year, and it's obviously a tough place to try to win. But he did a good job. But like, I think what you said about the Padres thing has not been talked about enough. I don't,
Man, Matt.
I don't care about like this. Listen, Machado hit a ball or he should have scored on a ball and he was loafing. These guys are going to loaf. It's going to happen. You've got three of the best players in
Oh my
baseball,
gosh.
and
Oh
you
my
can't make the
gosh.
playoffs.
The biggest woulda, coulda, shoulda to me was wow. And I know there, Matt, I'll go racial here. There might have been some culture stuff going in the clubhouse.
Hmm.
It doesn't matter what the subject matter was. You couldn't grab a hold of it to where it derailed your season. And they thought, and I know he had problems with the GM at the time, But here I am. I'm wondering really how much of that Chapman contract was him and Bo Mel being
Yep.
cool. Like now you got to really look at that, and you can't
Good,
do nothing about it at this juncture. Matt,
good,
people are mad. People are
good.
upset.
Matt Chapman has till 2030. He's making 25 million
Wow.
every single year.
Wow. Wow. Well, he's winning off the field, man.
What?
Matt, I really
So
do believe if this thing keeps up like today, they've lost the series. I really believe we could be weeks away, and I'm not going to throw a parade for Melvin, but I will say this: the one thing we haven't seen from Buster is what type of manager he would dub suffice. This is and that's why I can't wait to see what happens with Texas and Bochy. You think I'm crazy, but if I'm a Giant fan, I'm laying in bed at night like, what if we got the whole band back together? Don't tell me this team is not that talented, man. If you say they're not the Dodgers, I get it. But
yeah,
that gap between them and the Padres is not. Jim Bouton came on our show and said the division was on the table. He's just one man. And everybody was saying it, Matt. What has happened since the Devers trade?
they've been the third or fourth worst team in the freaking league. It's almost impossible. He's actually starting to hit the ball now.
Yeah, he is. Last 20, 22 games. And then Adames start hitting the ball. So, I
But
mean,
but
he's
but
not.
but dude, it's weird. They hit the ball, but they don't win.
Yeah,
They're not hitting the
because,
ball in the spots that they need to hit the
and
ball
there
in.
you go. There you go. There you
They're
go.
down
So,
5-0, and he hits a
yeah,
solo shot. Great. I mean, that's
yeah,
terrific. But he Devers. It's funny because I have Bonte's tweets in my head
yeah.
when Devers is up. It's been like 5 times Bonte's tweeted, "This
We're
is the
waiting on
time.
the moment.
This is the time Devers can win
Yes.
everybody over."
Yes.
He hasn't been able to do it. There's
No
been a
doubt.
couple. That one shot he hit, 111 off his bat, like hit it 400 feet.
Yeah, he
Everyone thought
caught
it
it.
was out,
Yeah.
and then it was
Yeah.
caught.
I
But
thought that was it.
so I know Will Clark. Obviously, I'm being a little facetious when I say Will Clark. But let's go back to what we were saying before we got cut off on Spaces. I'm looking for a guy that's got some freaking fight in him and doesn't and holds these guys accountable.
That's it. That's
Will
all.
Clark will do that. I'm not telling you he knows what to do, but here's what I'd say. Cubs hired David Ross. He had no managerial experience. I don't
Man.
want to hear. I don't want to hear about managerial experience. This is about freaking holding people accountable.
And if you watch like I know you do, NBC Bay Area with Bonte and Laura Britt after the game, Sergio Romo, and then you're listening to the game. I listen, Matt. They're like my family, Kruk and Kipe. They're biting their tongue, man.
Yeah.
They are biting their tongue. Matt, we're talking about it's not just you lose 8-5 and you played smooth baseball. I mean, it goes back to the Wisely pickoff in Chicago, the Marlins sweep, all these blunders. Matt, it's almost embarrassing at a point to where now that's where I think Melvin is losing. Your team is not buttoned up. Forget the wins and losses. We're watching your team not be buttoned up and Ramos not knowing the infield fly rule,
Yep.
whatever, whatever.
Yep.
Matt, like I'm
No.
just saying, man.
Dude, you can tell me it's on the players when something like that happens, and I'd say, but after a while, the 17th time it's
All
happened,
right,
now someone's got to take accountability
all right,
for it.
all right, right.
The
And
hitting, I want to talk about the hitting real quick.
okay.
The runners in scoring position, I've never seen anything like it. Now that's an approach thing. I tweeted something out this morning saying 9:45 a.m. is a 12:45 game tomorrow. 9:45 mandatory batting practice
Oh, there
for
you go.
everyone.
There you go.
Dude, I don't know what to tell you. Make them do something. Make them run spray. Do something different. I'm
Matt, I
reading.
was in sales, and when we had new hires, you know who trained the new hires? The top salesmen, not the ones that are on a PUP, a performance improvement plan. And I'll just say this because I'm throwing everything at the kitchen sink. What the hell has Pat Burrow done to teach hitting or even scuffling hitters how to get Rod Carew? They do that. The rest in peace to Tony Gwynn. How can you teach something you didn't excel at? Just and Matt, has anybody heard from him lately?
By the way, dude, his swing was loopy as it
Man,
gets.
dude, I
What
just
the
listened to now. But has
all
anybody
right.
heard from him lately?
No, haven't heard one peep out of him. Ramos, quote, it's just not happening. It's just frustrating. I don't know what to tell you, honestly. It's just not happening.
And there we go again. Nobody knows. And Ramos, your manager doesn't know. So that don't tell me, oh, it's next year, we'll be fine. Matt, there's fundamentally a problem with, I believe, the message instruction and the delivery that's got this team looking like. Sunday, I'm in Mississippi, Matt. I couldn't believe what I was watching. Just their body language. It was like they didn't want to be there. Even at the plate. Like they
The,
accepted defeat. They're
there's
two under.
there's something totally off with their approach. All of them, their
All of them.
approach at the
All of
plate.
them.
It's just I don't know what happened. It's just like every time they get up with runners in scoring position, it's almost like they don't know what to do. The waving at the ball is
Oh
just
man.
mind-boggling. Adamas and Chapman and Bailey, the waving at the like, what are you doing? No
Man,
one makes
Matt,
any
you're on
adjustments.
fire.
Dude, when you were 12 years old and there was two strikes on you, you choked up a little bit. You took a step back at the guy was throwing hard, took a step back towards the catcher. You made some adjustments. Maybe you didn't stride. Do something different.
Yeah. And how many times, Matt, I'm being did they wave and they swing and miss, but do you look at it? That it's like, dude, do you know you got two strikes? You can't be picky, man. So look, two games under, they're one under 500 at home. And you the fans, they deserve a standing O, man. They've been there. But I'm telling you, Matt, this thing can spiral out of control. And sooner than we all think, something could pop off. And I believe Posey, this is on you now. You probably didn't think you were going to be in this predicament, but how are you going to let this thing? Is it going to get so ugly, or are you going to do something about it? And I know people all goo, come on, you're on the wrong street, but dude, that's how offensive this team has been. And
No,
Matt,
no, no. I think you are
yeah,
dead on. And I will tell you the reason why we're in the spot that we're in is that nothing was done under Farhan. I don't think
mm,
a great leader and a great, you know, GM, president of a team doesn't make snap decisions, doesn't listen to the fans, lets things play out, lets guy. But I agree with you, man. I think he is losing the team and he's losing the fans. Like
that's
it literally happened with a snap of a finger. Goo,
I can't believe it, man. I
tell
really,
tell
you
me
know,
where they were when they made the trade for Devers. They were one game back of the Dodgers on Sunday Night Baseball.
yes, yeah, right. You were right. You were right. And then could have got one game under, one game behind the Dodgers going to the All-Star game, and they pulled that game out with the Matos homer. And it's been all bad ever since, Matt. And that Bailey walk-off is just kind of symbolic. After that, it's just been you paid the whatever price. I don't know what it is. It's been stench ever since.
I went to the game after the day after that, and they got smoked that game,
Oh,
and
Philly. Yeah.
they just haven't recovered since then. And you know, a mark of a good team in my book takes that Patrick Bailey. That Patrick Bailey game was one of the most
Man.
electric moments that this team has
Springboard,
had.
Matt. Springboard.
Springboard. It did nada for them.
Wow. Wow.
Nothing.
Yeah, and I'm gonna die on this hill. Last thing for me, Matt. I don't believe the pitching has been bad.
No, I agree.
It's part they for what's gone on and who's not been available. They're in games. And you'll have a guy hit 3 home runs, but be up in the eighth or ninth inning with bases loaded and one out. It'll strike out. It's like our timing is just so off. And I know I might be going overboard with the critique of Melvin, but Matt, when all else fails, batting coaches, third base coaches, first base coaches get replaced, and it starts there. And I believe Posey is at the plate right now. What are you going to do, man?
Goo. The reason you were saying that and I'm saying that is not because they're 9 games out of first place and 5.5 out of the wild card. It's because the same thing has happened for the last month
That's it.
and a half.
That's it.
You literally, I could record the show you did 1 month ago talking
You're
about
right.
this team
You were
and
right.
play it tomorrow, and it's the
Wow.
same exact thing. Nothing has changed. That's your point. If you're not changing what we're doing and it's we're losing, then something has to change. I, I agree with you, man. I'm not saying it's got to be Melvin this week or next week or whatever, but something's got to happen. Somebody's got
You
to
don't
make a
want to
move.
hear this guy's name, but Matt, in life, some things have a way of working out. And again, I just was in church Sunday. I don't want to wish bad. I'm not, but I know it's human nature. But the way I wonder what Gabe Kapler's saying wherever he's in Miami, but what's he saying about this free fall? Because shout out Tom Petty, that's what this is, man. The,
Well,
the,
it's
the, the,
funny.
the wheels have fallen off,
I mean,
man.
what do you think Farhan's doing right now?
And there you go. I didn't even mention. No, seriously, think about that for a second. And no fault of his own, but this doesn't feel the same because you went and got luxurious items like Adamas. Verlander, that's just been a fail. I get it. But dude, Devers and Matt, I can't believe the return on investment thus far with what we're watching, man.
It's really bad.
Yeah,
Great stuff. 10
yeah,
o'clock tomorrow. We'll
no doubt.
continue the conversation. Have a
All
good
right,
night.
Matt. All right, take it easy, baby.
Good stuff, pal.
Yeah.